313, 314, the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. It does still say undecided as the quarterback, but on Sunday night, I decided that Patrick Mahomes is going to be in. I know Akbar always likes this, picking up the phone. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, people are saying now that he's probably not going to play next week. It's Donnie. On Tuesday, he will be in this week, and let's all fun. Yeah. I even put the tweet out with the Adam Sandler eating the bowl of cereal, just laughing like, if he doesn't play next week, look at the line opening up. Buffalo. I said, you have got to be out of your mind. The minute he sprinted into the locker room should have gave you the notion that not only he might come back into this game, which would have been ridiculous at the, picture of the NFL. We care about injuries, and he's knocked out on the field and can barely get up like he was a drunken soldier. But the minute he sprinted into the locker room, like a minute later, he's playing next week, and he will be in this game. We take a look now. Obviously, opened up at 50, now sits at 54. Weather concerns, not really, but boy, it would have been nicer to play 50 degrees and 35 degrees and 8 miles an hour as opposed to 12 miles an hour. But you're talking about two guys with howitzers on their arms. Do you think Patrick Mahomes cares about 10-mile-an-hour winds? Josh Allen cares about 10-mile-an-hour winds? No, they don't. But when you take a look at this game, I love these teams are coming in hot. And as I just said in the previous game, we're trying to poke holes in teams that are have a combined 4 losses or 5 losses on the season. And you're looking at two quarterbacks playing extremely elite football in Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Two offensive coordinators, one side Brian Daboll, the other side of Andy Reid, just dialing up masterpiece after masterpiece and don't mind going for it on 4th down. This should be a fun football game, but just the situation I talked in the last game, Kyle. Who has the bye? Kansas City had the bye. When we talked about Green Bay being home and rested versus Tampa Bay going on the road for the 3rd straight game, that's a big advantage. But look at Kansas City. And I'm going to tell you this. On December 20th, they played in New Orleans and snuck out a win 32-29. And in that game, Drew Brees had a backdoor touchdown, which why couldn't he do it last week? I don't know, but you're going to get me all fired up already. Yeah. That plane landed December 20th in Kansas City. I'm looking at it right now. It's January 21st. You're going to have January 22nd, January 23rd, finally playing the game on the 24th. They haven't left home in an entire month. Same bed, same practice facility, home field advantage, rested. Now, Buffalo has played a lot of games at home, and now this week we'll go on the road. But you're talking about a team that hasn't had to leave town in over a month as the top seed, a massive advantage for the Chiefs.
Oh, it's a huge advantage. And look, I think we could all agree the team hit most by the injury bug coming into this week is the Kansas City Chiefs. Clearly, I mean, the best player in football. There's this, I guess, question mark. I'm with you. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Like I'll use the Magic Bean reference again. If you don't think Patrick Mahomes is going to play this week, hit me up on Twitter afterwards. I'll sell you these Magic Beans. You can go up, see the Giants, steal the Magic Harp, do whatever the hell it is that you want to do because you're a moron and you will believe anything. Patrick Mahomes is going to be in this game. And it all comes down to this for me. My heart, everything in my body will be rooting for the Buffalo Bills on Sunday. I love the Bills. I want them to win I've been rooting for them to win a Super Bowl, not against my 49ers since the 90s. I mean, all the way back to the Scott Norwood miss, to the blowouts against Dallas and everything in between. I love the Buffalo Bills. I love Chris Berman. I love that he loved the Bills, just all about it. I'm rooting for the Bills. But I can't find the path to victory for the Buffalo Bills this week. That's the problem. If Mahomes is out, maybe. But when you just break it all down, look, the strength of the Buffalo Bills, it's their passing game. It's that wonderful quarterback, the great receivers. Do you think they have a better passing game than the Kansas City Chiefs? They do not. When you look at the weakness for the Kansas City Chiefs, it's against the run. Does Buffalo have a great running game? No, they do not. Josh Allen will most likely be their leading rusher, just like he was in that game earlier in the year. When you look at Buffalo, when you look at the defenses, they're ranked, when you go through every advanced metric, they're almost 10, 11, 11, 10, 10 and 12 in almost every single category. The defenses match up great. Tre'Davious White is probably the best defensive player on both teams who will be on the field, but he doesn't have the skill set to match up with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill can get open against anybody. And I know I'm rambling about a lot of mediocre stats, but like Donnie said, there's not a lot of holes in these teams. These are 4 great teams. So you got to dig deep to try to find where am I getting an advantage. And I'm sorry, the advantages across the board line up for the Kansas City Chiefs from top to bottom. Better running game and passing game on offense. Better passing defense just by a marginal bit. Both teams do struggle a little bit against the run, but the Bills have no one to take advantage of that. So as much as my heart wants Buffalo to win. I just can't see the path. I'll be rooting for it, but it's got to be the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, and there's a rooting interest as well because people used to get upset with me and still do in the past when, like, let's just say I bet against my Eagles and I'm tweeting on here and, giving out a play for let's just say the Dallas Cowboys. Why are you cheering? Because you have to take the emotionality out of it. I am rooting for the Bills. I actually have two futures to win a Super Bowl. One is on Buffalo, one is Kansas City. The only two that I placed. I make way more money if Buffalo gets to the Super Bowl. I'm cheering for the Buffalo Bills, but I placed a wager already this week, Kansas City -3, -110. And if that doesn't work out, then it doesn't. But it shouldn't change your effect of, I can't watch the game now because I want to cheer for the Bills, but I want to bet Kansas City. Now I'm not going to. Don't have that with your life. Lay the wood, cheer the team on because you know what? Oh, man, Kansas City didn't win. Then you go check on your bank account. It's like, damn, look at all the cash I got in my bank account, vice versa in that respect. So you can certainly detach yourself emotionally from the wager and still have fun with watching the overall football game. But when we take a look at this, try to find those, added things because under, 40 degrees, both of these teams do really well because most people will be surprised that, wait, Kansas City, they're playing like 75 degrees all year. Not the case, man. It gets cold in the plains there in the Midwest. And they've actually had 4 games which they played in the cold and also taking a look at those 4 games. Only 2 Mahomes has really started, start to finish. And they were the Denver Broncos game. One of those games, they put up 45 points in the snow for the Broncos. The second one in the low 20s. But take a look at this. And this is also where I see public perception and where the line can actually go because they weren't sure where to put the game, figuring that Patrick Mahomes wasn't going to be in this game if he wasn't going to play. But outside of that, let's just watch last week's game. And, he's tweaked his toe in the first half, but he's still running for 15-yard first down, throwing lasers. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's 19-10. He gets knocked out. Let's just say he rolls out of the pocket and throws that football away and doesn't get injured. Are we led to believe that this game would have been a 5-point game late, or was this headed to one of those 34-14 type finishes?
Yeah.
So my point being is we look at the spread now. If Patrick Mahomes finishes that game, wipes Cleveland out, is this going to be 3? Hell, I'm telling you, Kyle, 5.5, 6. Honest to God, I thought it should have been on the board.
Yeah, it probably should have been. And, there's some stats that go against it. Their last 8 wins of the year, they didn't cover this. I think they covered the spread in one of them. They won all those games by less than 6 points. Patrick Mahomes, though, it should be noted, 4-2 in his 6 playoff/Super Bowl games, 4-2 against the spread. And you're right, they would have beaten the absolute brakes off of Cleveland last week. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a long day. So a little bit colder weather. We don't think the weather is going to impact much. A little bit colder weather, you're relying entirely on Josh Allen in that passing game, playing into the strength of the opposing team's defense. I'm telling you, all it's going to take is a couple of stops, and this Chiefs offense will score at will. They're going to be fully engaged, looking to be the first back-to-back Super Bowl champion since the Patriots in 2003, 2004. Man, I love the Bills. I'll be rooting so hard for it. But it's really, 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 really difficult for me to find the pathway to victory. And I'm going to surmise real quick for you too, Donnie's explanation of what you do with your fandom here and your betting. The moral of the story is grow up, stop being a baby. I don't know why this country, we're a bunch of babies. I'm just going to rant. We're a bunch of babies in this damn country. We can't tell a joke. We can't have fun. We can't. I mean, I sent some funny thing about the inauguration. Next thing you know, I love this guy, hate this guy. I don't give a damn about any of them. Grow up. Make your own decisions. Quit whining. Watch the game. Bet on it. Root for the other side. Who gives a damn? Have some fun. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. We're supposed to have fun. Be sports fans. Be a grown-up. Enjoy this weekend. It's going to be a lot of damn fun. I'm done ranting. There we go.